7 Stages of a Drought. Everyone, I'm Matthew Cornwall with Get Taped in Atlanta, Georgia, one of Atlanta's original audition taping services, which I co-own with my amazingly talented, beautiful wife and best friend, Brooke. I almost said ding. And now, on to our topic. 7 Stages of a Drought. So I've had my fair share of researching the psychological effects of an acting drought. Some droughts only last a few months. Some last a year or even multiple years. And after consulting no one, I came to a very scientific conclusion of the 7 stages of an acting drought. As a side note, I decided to release this video during the 2023 WGA strike, mainly because for the vast majority of actors, especially members of SAG-AFTRA, you're in one of these 7 stages, right? Meow. Oh, and before we dive in, I wanted to share this new wireless microphone that I got from my iPhone that I'm really digging right now. This is right now what it sounds like with the microphone just sort of attached to a cable really close to the phone. You could also place it, of course, on your clothing or somewhere else. And here's what it sounds like without the microphone attached. Hear that difference? You can hear so much more of the room noise when I remove the microphone, and when I plug it back in, it sounds so much more intimate and rich with the microphone plugged in. We are not sponsored by them in any way, which is why I'm not even referencing the brand name or anything, but we do have an affiliate link in the show notes below, which basically means that if you click on that link and purchase, we get like 66 cents kicked back to us. It is not a fee that is added to you, so you pay the same amount regardless of whether you use our link. But back to the 7 stages of an acting drought. Let's get to it. Stage 1, optimism. As in, hey, it's no biggie. I can just catch up on some home improvement projects while I wait for my next booking. Ooh, I could fix that. This is before you start to suspect anything is off. Of course, you always wish you were booking more, but it hasn't been that long, so you're not thinking that it's an actual drought just yet. Stage 2, waning optimism. In this stage, you're not worried yet, but you are maybe checking your spam folder for some missed avail checks or pins. You might even jokingly reach out to your agent and say, hey, is it slow for everyone or just me? Stage 3, donuts. This is the stage where it starts to get a little worrisome. So you start stress eating. You don't want to panic yet, so you bottle up all those feelings and tell yourself, it's no big deal. Every no just brings me closer to the next yes. Right? Right? Hello? Stage 4, Cameron from Ferris Bueller staring at a painting. At this point, you become a little catatonic. On the outside, seemingly calm. On the inside, you're starting to ponder the meaning of life and whether your last audition was your last audition. Stage 5, Tom Cruise jumping on a couch. Woo! Yeah! Are you faking this enthusiasm to hide a world of pain underneath? Or have you just completely cracked mentally? Who knows? Now, if you book during the stage, you might segue perfectly back into your normal self, or you might just release the rage that has been building inside you this whole time and say, finally, a booking. And that's when we finally see the true emotions that have been hiding beneath the surface. Stage 6, Rain Man. This is where you create a spreadsheet documenting how long it's been since your last booking, your last deal memo, your last audition, how many auditions you had since your last booking, and oh my gosh, it's been 3.5 years since I booked with the largest casting office in the Southeast. Man, I miss craft services. You may revisit the donut phase at this point. Stage 7, touching the hot plate even though the server told you it was a hot plate, aka self-sabotage. This is where you start making random, ill-advised choices in your auditions, your slates, or just to your look in general. Maybe you go and color your hair, or get a procedure, or shave that beard you've had for 15 years, or shave that head completely, or do something seemingly innocuous, like when I actually uploaded this slate as part of an audition. Hi, I'm Matthew Cornwall, 6'2". And while all of these 7 stages were meant to be tongue-in-cheek, I'm sure that some or all of it resonates with the actors watching this video. And the moral of the story is to take care of yourself mentally, whether you're at one of the highs or the lows of your career. Make sure those feelings of worth, validation, love, acceptance, security are not tied to your booking ratio. Yes, that means that until you can live off of your residuals or find a wealthy lover to cohabitate with, you're gonna need a side hustle or 2. So if you can't practice your art for the love of it right now, and instead are placing unreasonable expectations on yourself to make it, to be successful, then you will quickly grow to resent the industry when you're in a drought. And that negativity will grow and fester if left unchecked. And it is very, very unattractive. So find the humor in it all. Have a donut. And then explore the ways in which you can control the expression of your art. Because, spoiler alert, you don't have to wait for permission. Maybe you find joy in the auditions themselves. Imagine enjoying the process of auditioning. Or maybe it's painting, writing, music, busking, or some other expression of your art. Because if you don't let it out, it will build internally until the pressure is just too much, and then it will explode like Mount Vesuvius. And woe to those in the path of your destruction. Now, what I didn't cover are the questions that come up when we are in these 7 stages. The questions like, did my agent forget about me? Does casting hate me? Or even when you have a lot of auditions, but you're just not booking, that creates an entirely different existential crisis. Why won't they book me? I've auditioned for 10 seasons on this show. Are they just torturing me for the joy of it? For most of these questions, there is no answer. It's just the randomness of the industry. Sometimes there are issues to address with your agent, or your training or your materials might not be up to date, but often it's just lies that we're telling ourselves that something is wrong. That said, if you want clarity on any of this, please drop a comment below. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on set.